We had our office Christmas party last night in Johnstown Bridge. It was a late night, early morning. I'm just back from my run. But there was one very valuable lesson that I was reminded of again. Before I get on to that, I need to do a few things. I'm just back from my run here and I am pretty knackered. But I need to feed the birds anyway, so that's what we're going to do now. Yeah, it was a late night, home at 1 o'clock in the morning or thereabouts. I normally go to bed between 9 and 10, so 1 o'clock was a short freaking night for me, you know. Not really used to that. But anyway, I have to feed these birds who are absolutely emptying the bird feeder, as you can see there, every week now. And they weren't doing that during the summer, but they're doing it now. I'm going to stand back over there now and just watch the birds coming in because they won't be too slow. They're feeling the pinch this weather. Winter time, I suppose, is hard on the birds. I can stand in the kitchen and look out the window and I can see 3, 4 birds, 5 birds at a time swinging out of that feeder. And they're flying into it like it's an air traffic control situation nearly, and they take turns and they sit on the branches and they fly down to the feeder and go back up to a branch and take their turn, take their time, etc. I was reminded of a very valuable lesson last night at the Christmas party night. It was in Johnstown Bridge, the Hamlet Court Hotel. We had a good old night. We had a dinner and there was a live band, Men in Black, and then there was a sort of a disco after, if you call a guy playing music with a laptop a disco. It was a good night. But over the far side of the dance floor, we were one side of the dance floor, and over the far side obviously there was other tables. But the minute the music started, this girl hopped up, and she took off her shoes and she went out onto the dance floor and she danced with such joy and lost herself in the dance and danced all night that it was actually not just entertaining but nearly spiritual looking at her or watching her. I couldn't take my eyes off her, quite frankly. I was kind of transfixed because she was so lost in the dance and she was so full of joy with dancing. And some of the time her work colleagues danced with her and some of the time she danced on her own, but it made no difference. She just danced for the sake of dancing. And the valuable reminder for me was sometimes in life there's things that you do that give you great joy, and it might be writing, it might be painting, it might be dancing, it might be doing something else. But sometimes the phrase art for art's sake, dancing for dancing's sake explains it. In other words, doing the thing that you love and you're passionate about is enough. And whether it's making videos or whether it's, as I say, painting or dancing or writing blog posts, writing short stories, writing novels or whatever, running, playing the piano, losing yourself, flying a drone, losing yourself in the thing that you're happy with, the thing that you enjoy doing and get great joy from. There's a lot to be said for that. And this girl last night, dancing the way she danced all night with such energy and such joy and losing herself in the music was a reminder, a valuable reminder to me. And it is fermenting and proofing. And this one then is a sourdough. I have to stretch and fold this again. But I'm charging my drone there now as well today, so I'll probably go out and fly it. It's a beautiful day to be flying the drone. beautiful day to be flying a drone because it's nice and bright and it's dry and it's not wet and it's not windy, and I probably will go out for half an hour and do that. So one thing that also, another thing actually that I take from the Christmas party night last night was the noise. There is a ringing in my ears still, and I had a good hour's sleep, but Jesus Christ, the noise was just unbelievable. And I still can't hear properly, and I can actually hear a sort of an echo. It's not as if I'm going to bring any sort of a claim for a personal injury or whatever, but our table was right up at the top, near the stage, and very close to the speaker, or one of the speakers. And Jesus Christ, the noise was just unbelievable. Now maybe it's a sign that I'm getting old. We're all getting old, but I don't think I should still have a ringing in my ears. And I have. But anyway, hopefully it'll clear up.
So long now since I've actually used my drone that I forget how to pack the bloody thing up, put the strap back on it. Gotta get off the road here now or I'll get run down. DJI are a Chinese company and they make really good products. Stuck up a video there on TikTok this morning, and well, I stuck up the same video on YouTube, and it's about the bank's entitlement to sell loans. I'll just get this video. Look at this. It's about the bank's entitlement to sell loans. So I put up a video, made a video, stuck it up, and basically said the bank was entitled to sell loans. It's in the terms and conditions of every loan offer, terms and conditions that you get from any of the banks in Ireland. In other words, when you sign up for it, one of the terms and conditions is that they can do what they like with the loan. Now you mightn't know that, but I showed the various Banking Federation terms and conditions, which are the standard agreed terms and conditions with the various banks, and with, I think, the Law Society may have been involved as well. But banks can sell the loans. It's as simple as that. You mightn't like that, you mightn't agree with it, but that's the reality, and that is the legal position. And yet, no sooner do you put up a video like that than a fella comes along and says, oh yeah, but they can't transfer the loan or sell the loan without the consent, without all parties to the contract signing it, which is complete and utter bullshit, because you've already signed up at the outset to the terms and conditions when you accept the loan. So that's when you have consented to the transfer or signing or sale of the loan by the bank. And you try and put up useful information that might be of benefit to people and might clarify things for them, especially people with difficulties with loans and so on. And then you have these muppets, these trolls coming along with half-baked pub pseudo-legal bullshit, quite frankly, and misleading people and spreading misinformation, disinformation, falsehoods, lies, call it what you like. It's very frustrating. But anyway, I suppose for every gobshite like that, there's 9, 10, maybe 90 people who actually get some benefit from it and say, yeah, okay, thanks for explaining or whatever. And I do get a lot of good comments like that. which is great. But Jesus, some of the trolls, or these guys with, as I say, pseudo-law nonsense that they heard in some pub or somewhere, some WhatsApp group or some Telegram group. It's very, very frustrating. Anyway.